Absolute madness. There you go.
If you need to stash anything here.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how it works, right? I just got back from IXS Downhill Cup in Winterberg, Dirt Masters, and this is the first IXS Cup of the year, and also my first European race of the year, and my first European race since my hip replacement and shoulder surgery. IXS Dirt Masters. Can't really see up there, but it is ridiculous. Yeah, there's so many people. I don't think I've ever seen so many people. So yeah, I was super excited. Something that's a little bit different about Winterberg is it's also a huge festival. So Dirt Masters is massive. I don't know how many thousands of people they have, but it's crazy. And they have all the exhibitors there and different brands, and so it's a really big marketing event as well. They have other events there. They've got slopestyle, they've got enduro, all sorts of challenges, big parties. So yeah, it's quite a spectacle. I headed up with my new mechanic, Timon. He's from Maribor in Slovenia, and this is our first race together. So that was pretty interesting, getting to know each other and figuring out how we both work and how I like it and how he does things. We were staying together in the same room, which was pretty funny. We hadn't really met before. We'd only met for about an hour and then slept together in the same bed. So that was nice and cozy. And yeah, coming to the weekend, I was excited. I was feeling good. On Friday was first practice, and I actually thought it only started at 2 and started at 10, so I was a little bit late. But yeah, it didn't really matter because the line was so long. We were queuing for over an hour to do one run. So I think in the first 4 hours of practice I got in 3 runs, which was just crazy. And then they had a course hold for 2 hours, and I was on the course for 2 hours. Kept thinking it's going to open, and it just didn't. And then the last, I think, hour of practice on Friday, I managed to get in, I think, 4 or 5 runs because everyone had kind of finished up. So I was hoping that Saturday was going to be better because the enduro was over, and I was hoping we weren't going to queue so long. It was a bit, but still, yeah, wasn't great. We still had to queue for, I don't know, half an hour to do a run. And the track, just for reference, the track's only a minute and a half long. So queuing half an hour or an hour for a minute and a half long track is pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that was good. And then I had, I think, about 4 or 5 runs on Saturday morning, leading into quali, into seeding. But seeding was at 6 and my last practice run was at 12. So we had about 6 hours to kill. I went back to the apartment, had a bit of a sleep. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do with yourself for all that time, but came back and smashed out a seeding run, just try to keep it smooth, and ended up in 12th, which I would say I was satisfied with, but I would have wanted a bit more, but I knew I had a bit more to give on Sunday. And I think I was about 5.5 seconds back of Ocean O'Callaghan, who was first. And then on Sunday, I managed to get in 3 runs in the morning, and felt really good, but the track was, in the mornings, because of the dew, the track was quite slippery and a bit wet. So you couldn't attack the same way you could come race run, which was going to be, I don't know, 4 hours later. And by the time our race run came around, which was around 3, the track was bone dry, dusty, so you could really push, but I found it quite challenging to make that adjustment and know how hard and how much grip you have in each section. And I definitely felt way better. I pushed hard, had a good run, ended up going, I think, 3.5 seconds faster. That slotted me into 15th, which, yeah, I was a bit disappointed with, to be honest. I felt really good, and looking back at my run, I was only 3 seconds off the 2.5 seconds off the podium, and 6 seconds off of the win, 6.6 to be exact. Phil Atwell got the win. So times were pretty tight, but I just felt I lacked that last little 5% that I needed to really be up, in the top 5. But it'll come. First race back, I think it was overall a great weekend. I know that I'm feeling good, riding well. My run was clean. I didn't really have any moments. It felt like a run that I could just do over and over. So I know what I need to do. I know that next little bit, I need to push the envelope just a bit more. And I remember from years past, if you on a run that's going to be winning or on the podium, you need to have a few moments in your run where it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up a bit. One thing that was pretty exciting on the weekend was the whole OnlyFans situation. It was cool. I definitely felt some extra love from the people, and there were a lot of fans, a lot of people shouting OnlyFans as I was going down the track, and people chatting to me about it and asking for photos and stuff, which was pretty awesome. And my van's also now all branded and got the OnlyFans logos on, so people were pointing at it as I was driving past, and yeah, cool to make a bit of a splash sometimes. Really looking forward to the rest of the season. Then we're going straight into Lenzerheide for World Cup round 1. I'm excited. Let's go.